Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the podcast. This is Big Reptile Talk, the place where I bring my favorite content creators to my platform. We chop it up with them. We see what they got going on. We see what their plans are. We see what they got going on right now, what they got going on in the future. Literally, if you love animals, I want to talk to you. I don't care what kind of animals you keep. There's a good chance that I'm going to DM you and I'm going to beg you to come on my podcast. But anyway, again, welcome to the podcast. This is going to be a fun episode. I'm a fan of this guy. He's been doing this thing for years. Big Bruce, scales and things, killing it as usual, man. But before we get into the podcast, we got to pay those bills. So we got to show that love. And of course, this podcast is brought to you by Mile High Mutations. Make sure y'all check him out. Hit up his Instagram, hit up his Morph Market. He has amazing animals. Make sure you check out my brother Eugene over at Morph Ambitions. He's producing high quality ball pythons, and not just ball pythons. He has amazing mulch as well. So two-stop shopping. One, hit him up, check him out, give him some love. Shout out to my brother Paul over at Large Marge Morse. I appreciate you for supporting the channel, man. I can't say nothing bad about you. All love, all positivity. Shout out to you, Paul, man. I love you, brother. MKL Exotics, man. You my brother, man. Huge supporter out in Canada supporting the channel. He's producing amazing hog nose snakes. So y'all make sure y'all give him some love. Give him a follow. Frost Critters. When I tell you this guy's all over the hobby, supporting as many people as he possibly can. Y'all go hit up his Instagram. Check him out. Tell him Derek's Reptile sent you. Frost Critters, man, you my brother, man, and I love you. Shout out to Mad River Service and Routery, man. I got nothing but love for you. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. You're producing amazing snakes. Y'all check him out. Hit him up his Instagram, hit him his Morph Market, and tell him I sent you. Moreno, you already know ball pythons. The name speaks for itself. You already know. Amazing snakes. Y'all make sure y'all hit him up and go check him out. Shout out to my brother Matt Yates, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Ball Enhanced Pythons. Y'all make sure y'all go give him some love too. Definitely a great guy. Shout out to the husband and wife duo too. King's Reptiles, man. They're producing amazing boas and ball pythons, and they're so humble and down to earth, man. So give them some love. Low Life Exotics. I see you, brother, man. I appreciate your support, man. I can't do this without you, brother. Jason, Basement Pythons, man. Definitely an amazing brother. And when I tell you that this man is playing Call of Duty in real life, y'all go give this man some love. Thank you for your service. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. He's producing amazing snakes. Y'all go check him out. Now, we got two new sponsors, man, that I'm definitely excited too about. Heathland, and please don't get mad if I butcher this. Heathland Hatchery. My brother Brian, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. He's producing amazing snakes. Y'all go give him some love and tell him Derek's Reptile sent you. That logo is kind of scary. It almost looks like it's kind of scratched in or kind of etched in. It looks like a horror thing, man. So y'all make sure y'all go give him some love. And last but not least, shout out to my brother over at Stone Age Ball Pythons. When I tell you this brother is killing it on Instagram. 400,000 followers on Instagram, man. I'm about to just start posting reaction reels. I need to steal his swag. Y'all go check him out. Give him some love. I appreciate you for supporting the channel, man. Before we get started, man, it's going to be an amazing podcast. Everybody in the chat, man. Jason McCready, this is going to be awesome. Bruce, we miss you. Roll Tide. Stan, I can't say nothing bad about you, brother. What's up, Stan? Frost Critters, man. Much love, Frost. I just gave you some love, man. Big Tank Hank. What's up, Big Tank Hank? Hey, y'all stick around. When we come back, we're gonna have Bruce from Scales and Things.
Whoa. Big Reptile Talk. Yeah, we working. When it comes to talking about snakes, yeah, love that we got for them we think, yeah, Big Reptile Talk. Let's talk about reptiles.
Hey, tell me that theme song isn't a bop. Tell me that theme
Dude,
song isn't a
I was
vibe.
loving it. I was grooving to it, dude. I love it. I was just like, damn, dude, I want to put that as my ringtone. That'll kill it. I like
Hey,
that.
hey. Matter of fact, let's run. Hey, that theme song is such a vibe, dude. Let's.
Whoa,
Let's go for it.
big reptile talk. Yeah, we working, talking about serving. Big reptile talk. When it comes to talking about snakes, yeah, love that we got for them effect, yeah. Big reptile talk. Let's talk about reptiles. Yeah, big reptile talk. Let's talk about reptiles.
Man, that is
Woo!
that. Hey, that
Oh.
is a vibe.
I love it. I like that.
Hey, Bruce, man, I'm excited that you're here. I appreciate you for hopping on the podcast and chatting with me. Before we start, man, a couple more people coming into the chats. We got Tats Pythons, we got Iron Dogs Pythons. Hey, Derek. Hey, Bruce. Couple Bosa balls, man. Much love to you. Everybody coming into the chat, much love. But Bruce, I'm excited to have you here, man. But before we start the podcast, Jess' birthday, man. How was it?
It was awesome. I sort of outdid myself last year, so I feel like, in my opinion, I was a little disappointed in myself because I didn't do as good this year. But I took her to the greenhouse, bought her a few plants. We went to the park, and we just had a really long day together. Just enjoyed the time. It was a nice, beautiful day, sunny day out. Wasn't too windy or anything like that, and it was just a nice day. We're gonna end the day once I get off with you guys. We'll have a bonfire over here at our house.
Y'all cute. Hey, but I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm mad at your future wife or your wife to be. I'm mad at her, man.
Oh,
I'm a,
dude, she's been my wife for 10 years.
I'm your wife. I'm gonna tell you. You know why I'm mad at her?
Why?
Because I feel like she's the queen of geckos. So I feel like the gauntlet should have been thrown down. I feel like she should have challenged Tiki's geckos. She should have said, "Look, breeder war, me and you, Tiki."
I think if she had an unlimited budget, she would totally throw that gauntlet down. But I feel like we're sort of limited on what we can afford on that one. But
I love it, man.
absolutely, I have no doubt. I have no doubts that she is definitely capable of being, not, if she isn't already, the best gecko lady in the world.
I agree, man. You better say good stuff. That's your wife. You better say good stuff so you're not sleeping on
Well,
that
she's
couch.
standing she's standing over here looking at me like, yeah, you better.
I love it, man. So currently, man, you've been out of the limelight for a little bit, man. Everybody's been curious, man. Currently, man, what are you working with right now? Because I know last time I talked to you, you were handing all the venomous stuff. What are you working with right now?
So I still have my venomous collection. It's I would say it's more at a slow growth period at this point. Mainly just random pickup rescues, things like that. So I have like, three Western Diamondbacks that I never really wanted intentionally, but I mean, I feel like there's no better home for them to be with them with me. So, but like, it's just, I haven't really been wanting to concentrate too much on wanting to grow the collection necessarily, but wanting to grow the actual conditions of the cage. I want to make things look nice. We ended up, I had a couple cages that I had posted about building about half a year ago, where we did a full waterfall build with our white lip vipers and stuff like that, and that's kind of like, it sort of inspired me to start doing a little bit more on that. And even though Jessica was one that actually started it, so she should get all the credit, because I wouldn't know squat if she hadn't taught me anything. But
I definitely agree with you. I think that's what it's about when it's keeping these reptiles. It's not how many you can keep, but how you can keep them. It's like I have an amazing amount of animals, and yes, I could go get more, but why would I want to do that when I can make their cages better? When I got a freaking glass aquarium right here, why don't I want to go get another animal when I could upgrade that aquarium to a freaking vision cage? You know what I mean?
oh
and
yeah.
and not even stop at a vision cage. It's like I was just telling my wife that the other day. I was watching some video. I want to say it was either, I think it was Tyler Nolan's channel, where he laid the vision cage down and he had this foam, and it's like he would put like cork bark on the back of the thing and he'd foam it in there, and he made like a sick background on the back of his vision cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely.
I think like you said, I think that just shows, that you're in it for your animals. It's like I don't want to go out and buy a billion animals. I want to upgrade what I already got. So I love that. I love that. Now that you're here, man, I want to have a little fun. I want to, take a time trip. I want to time travel. Pre Brian Barczyk, what were you doing before you got on at the aquarium, the Reptarium?
I honestly, I was in the army. I think for the probably 4 or 5 months before I first started working for Brian. After I left the army, I was actually doing roofing for Jessica's dad, because his dad's a roofer. He's got like the truck and everything, and runs the whole crew. And so I was doing that for a little bit just to make ends meet. And then Jessica got her job at BHB a couple months later. Said, hey, they need like a guy to do ball pythons and stuff like that. Would you be interested? And I'm like, hell yeah, man, I'd be a lot better than roofing. So I was like, I ended up heading that way, and that was pretty much how it all started.
Right.
So I,
See, you got so much venomous stuff. It's hard for me to imagine you with ball pythons.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean I hadn't really had a whole lot of experience other than being like, probably no more different than anybody else growing up in the South, like, just the stuff you see, like copperheads, the random cottonmouth when you're going fishing with your friends and buddies and stuff like that. And like we would get up close to them and check them out, and but never really getting to the point where I was picking them up and messing with them. I mean, my favorite story was always when I was a little kid. I ended up thinking like this one little pretty snake on the ground was like really cool as a pet. And I picked it up, put it in the shoebox, took it home. My mom ended up finding it, and it was a coral snake. And I was just like, oh crap! I mean, I just took a coral of the super venomous elapid home and thought it'd be a great pet, and that was really stupid. But I mean, like, I've always loved venomous snakes, so I guess it's just kind of been natural just to kind of like stick to that being one of my major collections.
Right. I feel that now, and we won't get too far in depth with it, but I'm so excited, to see what you had accomplished at the Reptarium, man. Now, what other jobs did you have? I feel like people get into the Reptarium, and you got to have multiple jobs before you find that one that stuck. So, did you have multiple jobs while you were there?
Like while I was working at the Reptarium?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like in general, like I kind of just I essentially just filled the hole that needed to be filled. If something needed to be done, I'd hop up and get it done. So like, I mean, my major concentration might have been training the monitors, but probably 80% of my time was spent cleaning and mopping and things like that, making sure the glass looks nice and things like that. So
Nice.
like, I wish I could glamorize it and say that all I did all day was play with monitors, because that would have been
Use
a
a pool
great.
cleaner.
Yeah, but really it was just, yeah, making sure things looked clean, presentable, making sure the place smelled nice. That was really just a higher priority as far as things go. Making sure the animals were healthy and happy and ready to rock and roll every day.
Right. I, and even still, just being the cleaner of the animals. Me, I'm a fibber. On my next application, I was a zookeeper.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Take care of
uh,
Look. You asked me, what'd you do, Derek, at the Reptarium? Take care of elephants. Derek, you don't have elephants. He had one. You just didn't get to see it. It was in the back.
yeah, I mean, I always find it funny that part of since you were asking about different jobs, I had worked for a little while when I was probably in my teens. I worked in a barn. So I had a lot of experience with horses, cows, goats, things like that, and just basic barn animals and all that. And so, like, technically, I have hoof stock experience. So that's like within zoos. That's exactly the kind of stuff they look for.
So you, so
So,
you really about this animal life. Like it ain't just reptiles for you. You got a little bit of training with everything.
oh, absolutely, man. I've been riding horses since I was probably, I think, what did I tell you, Jessica? Probably 14. I think it was about 14 when I first started riding a horse.
So
I mean,
so
like.
and I hate to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Having all this animal training, and you said you were in what were you in the army or what were you in?
Army, yeah.
Do you feel like a lot of that kind of helped you over there? Like when you was like you hopped on the camel, you was like, I know what this is. You hopped on the giraffe, you were like like Rambo style.
So believe it or not, I like, I mean, you probably believe it. This is silly to even think that, and nobody wouldn't believe this, but in my squad, everybody kind of knew me as the animal guy, or the guy who liked the spiders and the creepy stuff, right? So like, camel spiders are something I was incredibly fascinated with and was super excited to see when we got overseas. And everybody was weirded out by it. And I ended up actually catching one, got it in a cup, and I regret it now because it was immature and silly or whatever. But I ended up putting it in the bed of one of the sergeant's bunks, and I heard him scream like a girl. He knew exactly who it was because there's nobody else who would have grabbed that damn thing and done that. So he knew it was me. He came out, he smoked the dog shit out of me. I was just like, I was sitting there doing push-ups for freaking hours.
That's what's up, man. I love it. I love it. Having that animal experience, being a freaking in the army. Like as soon as the enemy ran up on you, I feel like you would have picked up a pit viper and been like, "Here, bitch, catch, bite him." I love it, man. I love it. I love it, man. Now, speaking of, what's up, MKR? What's up, Reptile Dysfunction? Everybody coming in. Much love to all y'all, man. I see all y'all. Pixie Frog Nation. Oh, Becky in the building. How you doing, Miss Becky? Becky Gallant. Everybody sliding through, man. We appreciate y'all. Now, we of course support you, Sark. They definitely going through it. We definitely got to talk about it. You know, when you found out Brian Barczyk had cancer, how did it make you feel? Did it hit you? Did you kind of like say, "Whoa, like what was going on? What was going through your mind?"
Man, I know me and Jessica, and she came and told me and stuff like that. It was kind of it was hard to hear it. You know what I mean? Just because I mean, I wouldn't wish that on anybody in my lifetime, but let alone somebody who had been such a big part of ours. So you know, I uh I don't know. It was hard to hear.
It was hard. I agree. You never even on your worst enemy, you never wish cancer. You never wish bad shit. Because you pray for everybody. You pray everybody just stays happy and healthy, man. Because that's what you want for you and your family, man. So now, God bless Brian Barczyk. I hope that if he ever sees this, oh my God, Pico Python's in the building. Happy Saturday, Bruce. Listen to this. Listen, how does this make you feel? People in the chat, Bruce and Jessica are both awesome people. My daughter and I have met them at many times at the Reptarium. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that feels really good. I really appreciate it. I actually hope to get a chance to see a lot of you guys again really soon.
Now, and I'm gonna show you these comments. Man, I was wondering where he's went. He's so cool. Bruce, we miss you. We miss people miss you. Ain't that something like that? Don't that give you a sense of like, damn, like my time here wasn't wasted. People miss me. You know what I mean? Like, how's that make you feel? People miss you.
Oh, I definitely don't think I wasted a single bit of my time there. I mean, I met so many amazing people and reached out even just through social media and even through the channel and stuff like that. It's just been it was a wild ride for sure. I mean,
Right.
I hate to see it end, but we all got to grow up sometime. You know what I'm
I
saying? So
I agree. I agree. Change is something that is scary, but you need it. You know what I mean? It's like it's no different than when I left my last job. I was definitely nervous, but sometimes you just move on to bigger and better stuff, man. And I love it. I love it. Now,
yeah.
give me work, but we still got to talk about it. Give me a crazy story, man, because like I said, I feel like working at the Reptarium, you working with one of the kings of the hobby, and you see a lot of stuff that the public don't always necessarily get to see. So can you give us a crazy story that nobody knows about?
I can actually tell you one that that part of the public did see, which I didn't intend, but it happened. We were kind of in a slow night one weekend at the Reptarium, just a few people in. It was pre-COVID, so prior to the COVID time. So probably maybe 1 or 2 months before COVID happened. And I was pulling out baby Kush and showing, a couple people, oh, here's how he is, and this is sort of at his infant stage, so I'm still sort of feeling him out a little bit. So like I'm not pulling him out into the open, I'm just holding him inside the cage. And everything went kind of well. Like I was able to pick him up, like hold him up pretty good. He was puffing and puffing, but it was really just a lot of show and not a lot of like anger. And I was just sort of like I was trying to do it in the best way I could, while also respecting his space. And I was like, okay, this is done. I think he's had enough of me kind of messing with him. I'm going to put him up. So I turn around, and this is like there's like 4 or 5 people standing in front of the cage. I turn around, and I'm about to put him up, and he turns around, and he bites me right on the right on my wrist right here,
Oh wow.
on my right wrist, and I immediately, like, he goes on there. I see blood immediately go into his because his water dish was right below me. So I look down and the water dish is already red. So like I'm bleeding a lot. So like I hold my arm shut and I open up the cage and I go, yeah, great, hey, you guys have a great time. Ask anybody if they want to see anything, and da da da. I'll be around, and da da da. And I left. And like and Beth was there too, and I walk up to Miss Beth, and she and I go, hey, I kind of need your help. Baby Kush just bit me, and then I went all the way back there, and I got myself patched up pretty good and stuff like that. And I'm not really a big fan of hospitals if I don't have to go. So if I can't staple it myself, I'll glue it myself. So I basically just glued it back together, and it was fine.
Now, baby Kush, for people that don't know, that's a monitor, ain't it? Lace monitor, right?
Yeah, it's a
That's what I thought.
crocodile monitor.
Crocodile monitor. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Ooh, you took a bite from a croc monitor?
yeah, yeah.
Ooh, you
It
better than me,
wasn't.
brother.
I would say it's a nip, not a bite.
Ooh
I'm
wee.
pretty sure if it was a legit bite, that would have been a lot worse than it was.
Right. Now I gotta ask. I know that you broke your arm, and a lot of people don't know this, but I'm so glad you're okay. After you heal up, after you get going up again, I'm kind of curious. You put so much time in at the Reptarium. I know you miss it. Do you ever see yourself trying to go to any other facilities?
If I am more geographically closer to a place that's interested, I mean I'd be down. I'm currently trying to like I'm in between works and things like that, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm going as far as my own personal future. But
Build your own facility.
yeah, I mean that would be the dream, but I need money for that.
Right? Rob a bank. I'll help you.
All right, hey, you know what? Let's do it.
I love it, man. Man, being a nurse and being in the healthcare field, it's like I love what I do, but if I could make money off my animals and not necessarily breeding, because I told my wife I want to be a breeder, but that's really not even my goal either. I would love to have like a little building where I could put my animals and just showcase them, kind of like what Nerd does and what
Yeah.
Ryan and I would love even just like that shit. Are you in like a shed or something?
This is my garage. Yeah, this is my garage.
Oh, man, I'd put all my animals out there and charge admission to come see them.
See, if it didn't get super cold out here, I probably would do that. But
Man,
it just
I've been thinking about it. It's like, man, you don't want to bring strangers into your house, but I've been talking to my wife about that. I'm like, I'd love to have people come to pay and see the animals that I got, but it's just like I would never want to put my wife and my son in jeopardy. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
I need to give me a separate building.
yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of risk to it. I mean, obviously, and I mean, we think about it all the time, but like, I'm at a point now where it's just a regular thing. I check on that room 3 or 4 times a day. I get like just most of the work I do is pretty close by, so like I come home for lunch all the time. If I have to check on a water or to pull a snake out to feed or soak or do anything like that. Like so, like I still it's funny how like I don't get paid to do it anymore, but I'm still regularly doing it all the time.
Right. Ryan's Exotic said, "Hey everyone," and Tap Python said they want to see your collection, so put a heater in there. I love it.
I
Man. I love it. Now, Now I know you're still into reptiles. I know you're still even life after the reptarian. You're still doing your thing. So have you been keeping up with what's been going on with the FWC, man?
Yeah, I saw what happened with what was it Coffee? Is the name John? Is it John Coffee?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I honestly that really freaking pissed me off. I couldn't bear to see that because like number one like I I don't know if I would really even have been able if I was put in the same position. I don't know if I would have done anything differently other than the fact of just I might have just lost it a little bit. I probably would have had a hard time keeping myself from being violent with them from doing all that, man, because it's just the fact that like especially the way that boa died. That like it just broke my freaking heart, man. Those animals did not deserve that.
And
Like
it's hard to see, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Shit like that just boils my blood, and it's like, doesn't the FWC understand that reptiles are no different than drugs? And what I mean by that is, people wanted to get rid of drugs. They focused on it. They put law enforcement on it. All they did was create a black market. People just went underground with it. You know, you'll never be able to get rid of anything because I'm a firm believer in where there's a will, there's a way. And you know, you're not going to take anything from me. I'm just not going to tell you I got it. You know what I mean? And I think that
right.
I don't know. I just think that they're creating a lot of drama. I don't know. I don't know, man. Why? I wish we could do more for USART because I'm a USART member. Like, why do you think USART, isn't as strong as it's like you look at people like Brian Barchett, they got 4 million followers, and Jay Brewer 6 million followers, and Always Evolving Pythons 100,000 followers, and then you freaking look at USART's Instagram 19,000, 20,000 followers. It's like, how do we get people funnel from these bigger YouTubers to that you start page? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a question that I wish I could answer because you're right. Actually, you know, like just I honestly didn't even realize that USARC had a YouTube channel. And now I think about it.
They got
So
YouTube,
so
Instagram, everything.
damn, I need to go follow him on YouTube. I didn't know that. Um, I feel like such a dirtbag because like I mean me and Jessica both are USARC members, so like. We've been U.S. ARC members for 3 years now. Yeah, we're 3 years now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that we got to figure out something because you hate to see you start lose, and you hate to see the FWC win. But enough of that, man. I showed you the
Hey,
comments.
we just need to support them because those guys are fighting for our rights and they need all the help they can get. There's just no
Right.
doubt about that.
Since we're talking about them, man, like hot seat question, man. What's one thing if I don't know if you're a superhero fan, but I don't know if you like watch Marvel or the comics, but if you could, I don't know if you know who Thanos is, but if you could Thanos anything in the reptile hobby, if you could be like, I'm Big Bruce, aka Big Thanos. I'm snapping my fingers. What's gone out of the reptile hobby? Just one thing that you like that shit's gone.
Oh, that's a good one. Uh, what's the what's the opposite of humility? Hold on. Uh, I think the one thing that people need is definitely a more humble nature when it comes to being educated. But like so I guess if I were to snap my fingers, what I would want is people to actually just have the ability to take a step back and listen and stuff like that. I mean, just recently, the reason why I say this is because just recently I follow on Facebook a snake bite page, and there's a guy arguing with some of like the biggest names in toxicology like about a snake bite, and he's just like telling them they're wrong, and I'm just sitting there going like, man, like if you just took a step back and realized who you were talking to, you might take their credentials into account here. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying you should make decisions based on what somebody else says. I'm just saying like listen to what they got to say. They've got more credibility than you think.
Right. I agree. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, man. It's just so you saying you want more people just to be more open and to
Open to
listen to
being educated.
yeah. Then listen to people that know what they got what they're talking about. I love that. I couldn't agree with you more. Now I gotta ask. You know, we know that you got a lot of rattlesnakes, a lot of just awesome snakes. Since you know you're not at the reptarium no more, and I know you don't really want to necessarily breed to keep them for yourself, but have you ever? How are like the rules where you are? Are you able to breed like venomous stuff and sell it?
So, like, I'm not actually, I have no interest in potentially selling venomous snakes. So,
What?
like, or I don't mind breeding them personally, but I don't want to sell them to people. Like, I don't know. I just have I'm fine with buying them for myself. That's it. If that's something else do, I'm not judging anybody for it or anything. It's just not something I really want to do. I don't like. I guess part of it is just because I don't want to hand somebody something that they might kill themselves with. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just I mean, like when I buy a gun, I don't go selling my guns to other people either. So you
That
know what I
makes
mean?
sense. I had my first venomous snake, man, scared the shit out of me, dog.
Yeah.
I ended up buying a copperhead for one of my homies. Heart thumping. This was my heart. I'm trying to get the copperhead in the camera, just doing this. I said, shit. And see, my wife didn't even want me to have it. So and I'm gonna teach you this. That way, I don't know if Jessica's by you, but don't let her hear this. Um, if you want something and your wife won't let you get it, I want you to try this. Okay, try this for 4 days. Just walk around. Just go like this. Just walk around, and like on the third, like on the
That's
second.
so passive aggressive.
No, but listen. I'm not done yet. But listen, I'm not done yet. So for like 2 or 3 days, just walk around real sad. And this is what I did because she was like, I said, honey, I really want this copperhead. She said, no, absolutely not. So for 2 3 days, that's all I did. Oh, oh. And
That's great.
on the third day, she said, honey, you've been real quiet. What's going on with you? You know what I said? This is what I did. Life's just going on right now. There's my wife right there. She said my bat signals went off when I heard my wife. So this is what you do when she says when now I want you to try this. When she says what's wrong, you say, oh nothing, just life. Do that real quick. Do that.
Oh, nothing. Just life.
Yep, it's gonna work. I promise you, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
work.
yeah,
And she
yeah.
gonna say, you know what my wife said when I said that? I said, oh nothing, just life. She said, I'm sick of this shit. You walking around just moping. Get the damn snake. I don't care if it bites you.
She said, "I don't care if it bites you."
She did. She was like, just get the damn snake. You walking around here doing all that damn. You walking around here doing all that damn moping. Just get the snake. I don't even care no more if it bites you. I don't even want to hear it. I
Oh my
had
God.
I had that dog. I had that snake for about a week. I said, no, this ain't for me because I'm gonna end up getting bit because I keep trying to do some Sharon's wildlife shit. And don't get me wrong, I love him. That's my dog. I talk to him all the time. I said, and
Yeah.
I told him, I said, man, I tried to touch the tail one time. I said, oh no, look, bro. She said I was over the pouting. These are
These are all
facts.
facts.
I'm not lying. For three, that's my shit. I love it. For 3 days, that's all you got to do.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Oh my gosh,
nothing
yeah.
life.
I
But
so I'm at a point now where I generally ask for forgiveness rather than ask for permission. So I just buy it and go, hey, that $300 I had, I don't have it anymore. Like,
now, how many animals do you currently have right now, if you don't mind me asking? And I'm going forward with
um,
this.
I think we're about 30 snakes currently. About 28 are venomous, and then the rest. I have well, I guess if you want to count the boiga, the mangrove snake I've got, he's 29. But
Right. I love that. Now, my question to you is, I want to say this like two ways. Like, how do you balance your family time versus your reptile time? And I feel like I have like 12 plus animals. When does keeping animals become keeping versus hoarding? At what point does it ever become hoarding?
I think for me, there was a point where you finally started to realize you had too much. and then you started to downsize. You know what I mean? Because there was a point where we had 40 plus snakes here, and it became a point where it was a second job, on top of what we were already doing every day. So like we ended up downsizing quite a bit just because of that reason alone. Because like I said, I would much rather just work on larger, cooler, more intricate cages. Like we even went and bought some of the placards from Cloud Forest Design, and got all the little official like zoo looking placards on each individual cage and stuff. And like I just really wanted to do that. I wanted to be able to walk into my room and give that full look, you look into each individual cage and it's like looking into the wilds. You know what I mean? I wanted to have that idea of every one of those cages you looked at.
Bruce, you're making me want to step my game up, man. So how do you balance? Because you having a beautiful wife. How do you balance your reptile time versus your family time with your lady?
That's right. So like one of my big things is that I try to like keep a good schedule on a regular day-to-day basis. So if I'm not able to crush out a bit of work or whatever in the reptile room, I generally will move it to early in the morning. So I'll get up early. There was a time when I think it was like right during COVID or whatever. I was getting up at 4 o'clock every morning, and I would knock out everything in my reptile room, and it was done for the day. And so all I had to do was just come in and check on things, make sure, like if it was a feeding day, just come back later in the day and make sure everything got eaten, and I don't have to wait for the next day. So nothing smelled, nothing got rotten, so I was staying on pretty good on top of it. Now I've got a little bit more of a lenient schedule just because Jessica still has a bit of a drive from where we live to where she works up at the Reptarium, and where I generally work is pretty close to here, so I'm always home. So I'm usually the one always working. So if she's not here, I'm in the reptile room. I'm working there.
Nice, nice, nice. I like that. So you said early morning. So you say about 3:30, 4 o'clock. You roll over, grab Jessica on the butt. Hey, I'm going to I grab your butt. Now I'm going to the reptile room.
Man, if you got a camera in my room, I'm telling you right now, that's some creepy ass shit. He even said how I grab you in the butt in the morning. That's creepy.
That's
That's
how it is.
weird.
You laying it.
This man knows me better than I thought he did. He
You
get
you
his
lay
research.
you laying in bed with your woman, grab the butt, then head to the reptile room. I love it, man. That's how it's
Hey,
supposed to be. Now, with your collection and having free time, are you breeding your feeders right now? Or are you still having to buy them?
so we still buy but we'll buy through we buy them through the Reptarium. There's still that Jessica's got a price that they give them for each individual rat or whatever. I don't know. It's like on a little sticky note. We've had it for years. It's been the same prices for years. So for basically everything we get through Brute BHP.
She should got some kind of employee discount or something. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it's still expensive. Don't get me wrong. We're still dropping quite a bit of money, but yeah, I feel like I'd much rather buy it through her workplace than trying to buy it through actual like anybody else.
Now, since we're talking about that, man, we've got to talk about the live feedings, man. I used to be real big into live feedings, man. Why do you think a lot of the bigger YouTubers and a lot of the older the fuck Bruce, we lost you. He said live feedings. Oh, I'm out of here. We was about to get deep. We was about to get deep into some shit. Anyways, hello, my darling. Hello, my lady. Hello, my husband. What's up to everybody in the chat, man? Hopefully we get Big Bruce back in here, man. Ken said, bye, Bruce. He'll be back. Maybe his phone died. He said, live feedings. Oh, fuck that. I'm gone.
There we go. I'm back.
We got you. Did your phone die?
Yeah. No, I must have touched something. I don't know, man. Just started going haywire on me. It just refresh.
Iron,
It just like refreshed the page, basically. There we go.
Iron Dog
We're good.
Iron Dog said he hit the wrong button, rookie.
Yep,
But
pretty
anyways,
much.
we're back. We're back, and I wanted to touch base on something. I used to be real heavy into the live feedings, and I currently cut it off. I deleted every live feeding that I ever done. But my question to you is, why do you think a lot of the bigger YouTubers and a lot of the YouTubers out there really didn't care for the live feedings?
Um, I think it leans more to the squeamish nature of it. It's just kind of a, and it is because of like I think everyone's sort of like natural curiosity for like that part of life, and especially that with especially within those animals. It's kind of a cheap way to get views, I guess, is another way that people like to consider it. So I personally have no issue with live feeding. However, I have tried to, and now I've made mistakes in the past of not doing it on a couple videos, but I have tried to actually put on my videos prior, like caution, hey, this is live feeding, just so that way people who aren't really interested in seeing that are able to click off and go about their way. But yeah, I think people need to kind of have a little bit more consideration for others from that end, like because I think there are some people who are just about like, no, screw you, I'm going to do what I want. Well, so be it. I mean, it's just a matter of courtesy. Like, I'm not going to tell you what you got to do with your life, man. Just it's like dude, yeah.
Oh, let me say. I think when I was doing it, I'm gonna show you something, and I want you to give me your opinion on this. I don't know if you can
Good.
see them. So when I was doing them, I like the views, but look at how many views did that first video get 10 months ago?
8.9 million. Holy moly.
9 million views. What about the next video after that?
1 million, 1
Well,
million. Let's see, 909,000. Jeez, dude.
now, 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 can you see at some point that those views will get addicting?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I
I
can't
showed
blame you.
I showed Antoine High Desert Pythons that I said I'm having a live feeding game, and I never shit on the people that did it. I still love them. I got a lot of friends that still do live feedings, but I said I'm out of it. I want to take my channel in a different direction. But I said these views can be addicting. And when I showed Antoine how many views I was getting, he was like, "Yeah, I would tell people to fuck off and keep doing 9 million." But I but
That's
I
the right answer.
but in all fairness, I deleted them because I still wanted to, running the shout out to Jason, that's one of the channel sponsors. Basement Pythons, man. Y'all make sure you go check him out. Hit up this Morph Market, check him out. Definitely a good guy. He supports me and he's a sponsor of the podcast. I deleted a lot of them because I wanted to still be able to hit up Brian Cusco. I did it, I did it because I wanted to still be able to run my podcast and bring on cool guests that could feel like, okay, maybe I could still mess with Derek and my brand won't be tarnished because a lot of them don't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a lot of views on 9 million, huh?
Yeah, dude. That's yeah. I'm about to do some more live feedings.
I mean, when for I don't know what happened, but for some reason, my shorts they caught the algorithm clicked, and every time I put out a short, I would get a million views. Like no kidding, like it was like 9 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million.
It's
And I was
crazy.
like, what the fuck? And my views, my subscribers start going up. So it's like, damn. Basement Python said, woo woo, thanks for the shot. Now my question to you is why do people when it comes to the live feeders, why do you think like Jessica, if I was to video my corn snake eating a rat, people would come at me with pitchforks. But if she was to video a gecko eating a cricket, it's still alive. People would be like, look at Jessica feeding that cricket. Good job, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Hey,
Like,
not
like,
me, not me. I yell at her every time she does live feeding a cricket, man. Them crickets, they got feelings, you know. They
I
use
love it.
their
I love
leg.
it.
They use their legs and play it like violins. That's like the most romantic shit I ever heard in my life. Come on, man.
Yeah.
They got feelings.
I love that. She's getting ready to do a podcast herself too. Ain't she going on Trap Talk?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think she's going on tomorrow.
Trap Talk. We shout to Trap Talk, but she needs to come and do big reptile talk again.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, I know she will.
Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention. Like I said you've been out of the hobby for a little bit, but have you been seeing the shipping wars, man? What's been going on? Have you been seeing the shipping wars between Ship Your Reptiles and Redline Shipping? They've been having a little shipping war trying to get
I
everybody.
I've seen the marketing war. Yeah,
Have you been
it's a
seeing that?
yeah, it's been interesting.
Who are you? Who are you? Ship Your Reptiles or Redline Shipping?
I'm FedEx.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. For me, for venomous stuff, I have to go through Delta. So if I were to ship, I mean, I haven't shipped anything in a couple of years, so I don't even know if you can do any of that anymore.
Right. I'm Team Redline. So shout out to Robin. Much love to them. Now, give me your take on this, man. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but OJ Brewer, man, what you think about him getting his own reptile show? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna put you on the spot
That's
for this. Look, solo. Go
yeah,
ahead.
man. What TV channel is this gonna be on?
It's gonna be on
I for
Roku. So
Roku.
I,
Oh,
so I don't
okay.
think
So,
I think you have to either
all
have
right.
the app or have a Roku.
So, yeah. Well, I don't really see a lot of people jumping over to Roku to go be watching, but I mean, he might. I mean, I don't know. They like there's like who knows? There's like a bunch of them Gordon Ramsay shows. So there's probably somebody out there wanting to watch something like that. I'm not really interested in it.
Who would you? Okay, hot seat question. Anybody in the hobby, who would you rather? We love Jay Brewer. I'm not dissing Jay Brewer. But who would you rather have if it wasn't Jay Brewer? Who do you think should have a reptile show in the hobby? Anybody? You can even say your wife.
You know, it would be, and I don't really know him personally or anything like that, but I just see him just because of the way he talks to like on his YouTube channel. But I think for like a younger crowd, like little kids to get into
Uh huh.
reptiles, Clint's Reptiles would be good for a good TV show. That's what I think. I mean, like
I
he's got that kind of like upbeat like, "Hi kids, welcome to Clint's Reptiles. You guys want to see some fun scaly things today?" You know what I mean? And I don't mean to mock him in any way. Like he did like that. I respect that. Like I'm just saying like I feel like that wouldn't be a bad choice for him. Like there might be other people who are better in that end, but like I'm trying to think of like people in the YouTube world right now. Like and that's kind of the guy I would think. Um,
so you feel like Clint will be like the Mister Rogers of the reptile world?
yeah, him. And honestly, I could see some sort of like younger crowded like reptile thing with Adam Wickens.
Wickens is
Yeah.
cool. I like Wickens. Wickens is a good dude.
I could see it just because like he would probably like get like a bunch of like like younger like 15, 16 year olds in in the reptiles and you know, like he just seems like the kind of guy, you know, like people are just gonna want to listen to when you're younger, you know?
I agree because I feel like Clint could get the younger crowd. Like shout out to Clint,
Yeah,
great guy, great content creator. I feel
yeah.
like he's good for the younger people because if you say that to me, I'm gonna be like, if you was like, "Hey Derek, how are you? Welcome to my wonderful world of reptile." I kind of be like,
It's like, whoa, bro. Hey, listen, you know you're supposed to be staying away from the school, right? Like,
right?
stop talking to me like that.
But I agree, man. Shout out to Clint's Reptiles. Shout out to
Absolutely.
Wickens Reptiles. Both great content creators. Congratulations to Brewer for getting the show. Hopefully he can take it and just do something positive for the hobby. Um,
Sure hope so.
now, for shits and giggles, man, hot seat question, just to have a little fun. High Desert Pythons been trying to use my idea, but it's my idea. I came with it first. Um, USARK, him and Feely did a championship USARK wrestling match and raised money for USARK. Did you see that?
I saw them like doing their advertisements for it, but I didn't watch it or anything like that. No.
Well, they did one, and they're getting ready to do another one. But I had an idea, a USARK match where we raise money by getting our top reptile content creators to wrestle. So I'm going to ask you, we're going to have those matches and we're going to get your opinion on who do you think would win. And like I said, this is a podcast. We're having fun. So match number one, Reptile content creators, Brewer or Bartek, who's winning in a wrestling match?
Oh man, Barchek, absolutely, 100%. I gotta go with my man Barchek, dude. Sorry.
I like
Uh,
Bart. I like Bartek. I love Bartek. Okay, I don't get. He's been on the podcast. I love him. He's great. We talk. He's a good dude.
yeah.
But I feel like Jay Brewer got a few cheeseburgers on Bartek.
I understand where you're going from in this, but but Barchik's got the hockey like muscles. You know what I'm saying? Dude knows how to freaking beat the dog shit at somebody if he wants to. You know what I mean? And he's kind of a squatter guy. You know what I mean? So I feel like he'll get up under him, just flip him, dude. I'm just saying, like he's gonna use his weight against him. He would freaking. I'm telling you, man. Barchek would be all over his ass.
Okay, we give it. All right, round one, we giving it to Bartek. Brewer, we love you. I feel like you got a few cheeseburgers on Bartek, but right now we're gonna go with Bartek. Bartek will win that one. Round two, Kevin from Nerd or Dave Kaufman.
Oh man, that's a toughie.
Pico, I tell you who Pico Python's
I
like. Pico like Kevin. We ain't going with
I
Kevin.
was yeah, I was about to say I honestly I'm gonna kind of go for Kevin on that one just because I feel like Kevin's got some I don't know, the motherfucker's just gonna call some animal out of the goddamn woods and it's gonna come and join him and fuck him up. I don't know, like he's like a male Snow White.
So you feel like Kevin will win against Dave Kaufman, who's like 30 feet tall in real life.
Well, you know that's I haven't actually met Dave Dove or whatever his name is. Yeah,
You never met Dave Kaufman?
I've never met him. Yeah.
No, all the people that came to the Reptarium, you didn't met ICP, but you ain't met Dave Kaufman.
I don't think he's ever came to the Reptarium.
Yeah,
At
look
least
at
not while I
everybody in
was
the
there.
chat. Kevin all the way. Pico Python's
See,
Kevin.
yeah, I was kind of thinking Kevin. Yeah, I kind of
All right,
feel
we're
like
going with
Kevin.
Kevin. We're going with Kevin. Little bitty
Dude,
ass.
I feel like also Kevin probably would take like he would do that I can't remember what I don't know if it's like Shaolin monks or something like that, but somebody like ties like those little like weighted knots at the end of their freaking ponytail. He'd do that and be like whack, you know what I mean? Like he'd do some crazy shit like
I'm
that with
crying.
it. Oh, oh, break it up on the signal there.
Okay, I'm back. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
All right. My bad. Internet cutting up. I'm stealing Wi-Fi from McDonald's. So no, I'm just kidding. All right, round three. Brian Cusco, Garrett Hartle.
Oh, that's a hard one. Man, damn it. I gotta go Cusco. I don't know why, and I don't know why. I really don't.
I'm
I don't
going with
know.
Garrett. Cusco too
I feel
nice. He's Cusco. I feel like Cusco.
I
He's
I
too
actually
nice.
thought that about Garrett. I actually was thinking about that about Garrett. I was like, I feel like he would hold back a little bit because he's just got the dad energy. He's just like, Ryan, yeah, Ryan, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he would just be fucking with him the whole time. Like, I don't know. I feel like Garrett wouldn't take it as seriously. He'd just be like, yeah.
Silly. All right, last match: Adam Wickens versus Clint Reptiles.
Adam, all the way. Sorry, Clint.
Yeah, I think Adam will get him, man. I definitely agree, man.
Yeah.
Now, man, this has been awesome, man. Chatting with you, catching up. Reptile. I call this podcast Reptiles After the Reptarium because even if you're at the Reptarium or not, people still love you, man. So shout out to you, Bruce, man. You definitely are loved, man. Like I said, now currently, with what's everything is going on, like where do you see the future of the hobby? Give us 3 years. Where do you see us at in 3 years?
Um, I I'll give I'm gonna be optimistic and say that in 3 years we're going to be in a much better place as far as regulations go. We're gonna have a better understanding of what direction at least that we need to be heading as far as a community to keep those regulations off our backs and stuff like that. And at least my hopes are that that's what we end up doing. It's just that we stop seeing more and more problems with things like FWC, with more laws coming in through other states saying like, hey, you're now everybody's coming down on this and that because of small mistakes of others. They're gonna punish the many because of the mistakes of a few. You know what I mean? Like, and like I so my hope is that there's that stuff starts to chill. I think
Right.
we need to concentrate on bigger and better things than that.
I agree with you, man. I'm definitely hopeful for the hobby. I hope that that it doesn't go away because I have a 3-year-old son. I'm hoping that eventually I can introduce my son to reptiles and introduce him to go to a reptile show and meet freaking scales and things and hooks and things and you know. So I'm just hopeful for the future, man, because it's like I feel like whatever we think, that I think that our brains are powerful. We can make shit happen by thinking that shit. So it's like if you think you're sad every day, you're gonna be sad. If you think the reptile hobby is fucked every day, then we're gonna be fucked. You gotta think positive. Put
Yeah.
positivity out there. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
love
and
it, man.
at this rate, I think that's all we can do is because like we got to support U.S. ARC. You got to start talking to your freaking senators, dudes, like congressmen, whatever, whoever's in your county. I would be trying to like write white letters like, hey, you see what's happening in Florida right now? I don't want that happening here. Like I'd be on top of that stuff right now, like, cause that stuff's coming, regardless of where you live.
Hey, Jason. Bruce said you should give a super chat. He said thank you, Bruce and Derek. Bruce said send a super chat through Jason. Um, Man, now we gotta ask, man, because people want to keep up with you, and I know that you're on Instagram, and Instagram is awesome, but I feel like it's so many other platforms. So, do you ever see yourself making a scales and things like Snapchat or YouTube, and actually like pursuing it, like actually for a career on YouTube?
I've considered it. To me, it's just a matter of I guess it's more motivation of it. I just don't really I'll have a day of it where I'm like, cool, I'm gonna video this and I'm gonna video that and I'm gonna try and do this and that, and then it's just like then the next day it's just like, man, I really don't feel like doing that now. Like I don't know, I'm weird about it. I've got some okay equipment. Like I've got a gimbal for my phone and like a couple drones and things like that, so I can try and do something, but. I don't know. I just need the motivation. I need to find something that's like something that I find interesting enough to want to
Right.
do it about. You know what I mean?
Right. I got on YouTube. My main goal was always I never really knew what I wanted to do on YouTube, whether it was podcasts and whether it was feed my animals, whether it was anything, but it was like whatever I got to do to get that 100,000 plaque. That was my dream. That was my goal. And it still is. But let me give you something. I want to tell you something. You got right now, if you started a YouTube, you got 50 videos you could put out right now that would just explode. And I'm gonna tell
Right.
you why. You was right. You were Brian Barczyk's right hand man. Do you know how many times I can use Brian Barczyk's name in a title, in a thumbnail? What Brian Barczyk taught me, what I seen when I work with Brian Barczyk,
Yeah.
what
I
I seen at the Reptarian while I was working with Brian Barczyk. Because I
right.
noticed that if you use Brian Barczyk's name on YouTube, you're gonna get some views. It's like yeah, I stopped doing live feedings and I started putting out little collab. But the minute you use Brian Barczyk's name, you're gonna get some views. You got
Yeah.
50 plus videos right in the chamber. You just gotta let them go.
That is actually a good idea.
What
But
look. What Brian Barczyk taught me at the Reptarian. What I saw Brian Barczyk do at the Reptarian. What I saw Brian Barczyk do that you didn't see Brian Barczyk do at the Reptarian.
that one time I saw Brian Barczyk with his shirt off. That one time I said like that
Bro,
one time we were at his house and everybody went in the steam room. That was funny.
he's got
Like,
four he's got
yeah.
4 million followers. You'd have 100,000 views followers in 1 month, man. I don't know, but I'm just having fun. I wanted to get a little laugh, man. I hope you had a good time on the podcast, man. This hour felt like 5 minutes. It felt like I was catching up with a good friend.
Yeah, dude, it's great talking to you, man. As soon as you messaged me, I didn't even hesitate. I was all for it. So it's always good talking to you, brother.
All right, man. Well, you gave us an amazing hour. It was so fun talking to you. Hold on. Can't get my supers to work. Damn, Silver Cash. I could have used a super chat, but that's all right. I still love you, Super Cash. Much love, brother. You know him, don't you?
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out
yeah.
Silver
Of course
Cash.
I could. Of course I do. Hey, Silver Cash. Yeah. If you want to send go on my Instagram and send Jessica send Jessica a couple bucks for her birthday. That'll be more than good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Much love to Jessica. This was an amazing hour, man. Even like I said, you're killing it. Even after the Reptarian, man, people still love you, man. So just keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you, man. Until next time, brother. You got anything you want to say too before you leave?
I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I know I'm hanging around in the shadows right now in the hobby right now, but I'm not running off anywhere. I'm still going to be keeping. I'm still going to be around. Just kind of got to get my own head on straight. So don't you guys worry about me. I'll be around.
All right, much love, Bruce. It was good seeing you, man.
See you guys.
That's what it's about, man. Shout out to Iron Dog. Great interview, Derek. Good seeing Bruce again. I agree, man. I think that we definitely needed to get him on, catch up with him, and see what he's been up to. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. This is Big Reptile Talk, the place where I bring my favorite content creators and we chat with them. As always, make sure you hit up our sponsors. Frost Critter, Mad River Serpents, you already know Ball Pythons, King Reptiles, Low Life Exotics. Special thank you to Stone Age Ball Pythons for supporting us. Heedland Hatchery, y'all make sure y'all go check them out. All our sponsors, man. We love all y'all. Thank y'all for supporting me on my podcast. Everybody in the chat, I love y'all. Great show tonight. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate it. Until next time, man. This is Big Reptile Talk, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Big reptile talk. Yeah, we working. Talk about serving. Big reptile talk. When it comes to talking about snakes, yeah.